Record. Okay, thank you guys so much for being part of the live power hour. I'm going to do this a couple different ways. I mean, I guess every coach does it in a different way, but I just want to give you lots of different options. So what's going to happen is when I will give you some examples in the chat section. I'm going to mute you guys. Hold on a second. You guys are. Hold on a second. Okay, hopefully I'm not muted.
Mom,
Oh, that's perfect. My daughter just told everyone she farted, by the way. Mom, I farted. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Is this recording? Yeah, see, I don't even know. So if I feel a little scatterbrained, or if I look a little scatterbrained, I was up 5 times last night, and it's 6:30 thinking, oh, my daughter won't wake up at 6:30. Oh, she just woke up at 6:29. Boom sauce. That's pretty awesome. That's the story of my life. Okay. So I want to get going here. I posted in the team page, I guess, or the Rise to Diamond group, my Power Hour template. It is, I am not a crazy computer person, so I obviously didn't make it. I just love it. I just figured it. I just have seen tons and tons of different ones. Actually, my friend made this one. So I absolutely love this one. I've been around for 5 years, and I've seen tons and tons and tons of them. So if you haven't downloaded it, it's okay, but definitely take a look at it. I think it will prove to you that it really is just a system in place doing the same thing, and making sure that you are taking care of, organizing your week, doing your to-do list, having reminder and notes. So they're all in one place. So what I typically do is I print these out. I print this out once a week, and I just print it's page, you can, on my printer, just page 3, which make quality connections. It has a spot for connecting with 60 people. So you can connect with less than that or more than that. These are just, you're gonna write their names down. These are just simple, good conversations you're having with people. McConaughey, you gotta be quiet. In your power hour, it might help to jot a note next down to them on what you most recently talked about. Like, did you talk to them about a challenge group? Did you talk to them about coaching? Were they hey girl messages? I don't write a ton of information by them, but I make sure that I have a list of exactly kind of where I found them from. Maybe a free group, they joined my sugar shutout. Maybe they were, honestly, I've been doing this for so long. I make sure that if they're a challenger, or they're a past challenger, because that does happen now, they do reemerge. I make sure I write past challenger. Sometimes I obviously remember them. Most of the time you would hope, but when you've been doing it for 5 years and someone's in your group and they kind of go missing, sometimes you go, oh my gosh, they were in my last group or one of my groups a year or two ago. So write down a note to yourself so that you know. And just remember, how far you push yourself or you showing up to doing this, no one else is going to do it for you. And so I just have a reminder to myself for that. So obviously put today's date on October 8th, 2016. If you don't have it printed out, I'll just kind of walk you through it. We're going to first, this kind of goes number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, but I'm not going to go in that exact order. I'm just going to, stop please. Okay, that's okay. You just got to be quiet, okay? You don't have to go in that exact order. I just like to get it done before the hour's up. So I'm going to walk you through, I like to eat the frog, which to me is inviting right away. So if you go down to number 4, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. So we're going to work on inviting someone to a challenge group, inviting someone to become a coach, or inviting someone to a sneak peek, or inviting someone to an upcoming free group, okay? So what I want you to do is get your list here. I want you to invite 5 people that you would love to have on your team, okay? Or people that you would love to work with. Or I really am like pretty honest and upfront with people. I really just am like myself, and I'm just talking to them, like letting them know. I love to use the term, I get to choose who I work with. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I get to choose to work with other moms that are like me. I don't know if you've noticed my post before or you notice what I'm doing, but you've always been supportive of me. Have you ever thought of joining me? So that the conversation can just start. So something that I want you to think about is connect plus compliment plus question equals conversation. So I never just show up to someone's message and just say, do cold invites. I shouldn't say never. That's pretty rare for me because we've had conversations before in the past. Okay, but I want you to understand that it's totally fine if you do that. And you have got to start the conversation somewhere. So I want to make sure that you're going through who I figure out who I'm going to invite. Okay. Now that's up to you. Obviously, each one of you might have a system where you're just scrolling down through your old messages, or maybe you are typing in the letter A and looking at all the people that you've talked to in the last year that starts with the letter A. Maybe you are going to your last posts and looking at people that liked it, and kind of connecting with those people. Maybe you have a list, a hot list. Those are the things that I like to have during a week is a hot list, a note section on my phone that I go to and I look at for someone that I think would make a great coach, a good fit for them for a challenge group. Right now, I'm going to be focusing on my free group because I start my sugar shutout on Monday. So I'm going to be personally inviting to my free sugar shutout. I find that if you get them in, I get a lot of challengers and a lot of future coaches from free groups because I'm all about connection and I'm all about offering them value and getting them excited because sometimes it's scary for them to commit to you, not really knowing exactly what to expect. But when they've been in a group of mine before, they know who I am and they know how I run groups and they know what I'm going to offer them. So that being said, just make sure you're connecting with them. It's never just going into a sales pitch unless you want to be a salesman, obviously. We connect with them about their personal lives, and we're connecting with them about like why you feel like, number one, they would be a good fit for this opportunity, whatever it is, free group, sneak peek coming up, challenge group, a person on this team, a coach on your team. But always make it personal. So I love the pictures of your family. Looks like you guys are doing great. Where are you working these days? Or I remember when we worked back a couple years ago, are you still working there? Or it's really, really important to gain their trust. Back if you haven't talked to them in a long time. So let's talk about some different type of situations. So I'm going to start posting, let me see here. Like approach acquaintances or people from old connections you may not have had a previous strong connection with the same way. So I just say, hey friend, it's been a long time since I've seen you since high school. I love the pictures of your family. How are you? What are you doing nowadays? So I don't like just jump into the invite, but I count for, and when you invite 5 people, I count it. If you're trying to connect with people, like starting the invite process to me is making sure I'm reconnecting with them. And before the conversation is up, I will count that as an invite. So you can count these as an invite or what we call hey girl messages, but I typically do hey girl messages a little different, but I kind of loop them together. So make sure that you do have an intent on inviting the particular person that you put the name down and that we will use that list to go follow up. So let me put this in the chat, see if it comes up. Sometimes it looks funny when I type it in. So that's one of the things, approach acquaintances or people from old connections. So I'm gonna start posting different types of invites right here in the chat section, and then you can just cut and paste if you need it for you. And then I'm going to give you about 6 or 7 minutes with a little bit of music on to just hammer out your invites just to get them done. Here's another example. Let me see here. So approach people you do not know on your personal page, like a mutual friend or a like page. Connect with something on their page. So I do something like, hey girl, how are you doing? The pictures from your wedding are amazing. Who did them? You look really great. I saw that you like to work out. What workouts are you actually doing right now? I see we have kiddos around the same age. Your kiddos are so adorable. What are some of your favorite things to do at home with them? I could use some mama advice. People really, really love it when you ask them. I have found that they respond almost always when you ask them for advice, which I know sounds crazy, but just on anything. I'm really into Pinteresting and do-it-yourself stuff. So when anyone does like DIY stuff or to post about HGTV, it's an automatic insert to a conversation and an invite for me, because I always am like talking to them about that. We have a mutual like commonality, and then it's an easy conversation. So I posted that right there. So approach people you do not know on your personal page. I don't know if you guys are at the level where you're finding people that you don't know, which you should be. And if you don't, you need to send them a message right away within 24 hours. And sometimes it's, you know, I have time to go through the pictures and look at this. But sometimes it just kind of takes practice. Just what is it that you're going to say to these people? What is it that you would say? So sometimes I say something like, hey girl, I saw that you are, you've liked my Kiana Hanna fitness page. I really appreciate the support. I thought that I like to get to know my, online friends in real life. And I see that you're a mom too. I thought that we could connect outside of my like page. Are you a stay-at-home mom? That's one of my go-to questions as well. Are you into health and fitness too? And, I just start asking them questions like, how long have you been married for? Some people have been married as long as me. Some people have been married to their high school sweetheart. So we just start having conversations, okay? So I want you to, right now at 6:47 until 6:53, we're going to start our invite process. So I gave you, those are invites obviously just to get conversations going. I'm going to work on my free group invite, and I'll post that below too, just when I'm sending my messages. Let me get some music going. This is like really quiet in here. And my daughter, Makoni, turn that down, please. My daughter's over there having some. Hold on 1 second. So go ahead and start your invites. Okay, I'm going to post some more examples of like what we break down to as hot market versus cold market. So I just listened to a 15-star diamond coach, and she posted this. I don't know if I was supposed to get access to the live to her video, so I'm not going to tell you who it was. But I thought this was interesting. This may not be for everyone, but this is an example of a hot market post that she was sharing with her team. So this is we're talking about family, uncles, aunts, cousins, someone you know really well. Hey Sue, how are you? Hope all is well with your family. I love the pictures of your little family, but this would be someone that has goals. You're really putting yourself out there. You want to be up forward and straightforward, and there's nothing wrong with that. So it is being bold in this business does pay off. I am reaching out tonight because I was just thinking of you. As you may or may not know, I'm looking to really expand my Beachbody business, and I'm looking for specific business partners, and I thought of you. I love how genuine compliment them, why you would want them on their team, and they would make a great teammate. And would this be something you'd be interested, open to hearing more about? I thought that that's an absolute fantastic way to reach out to people that you're close with, your family members. It's pretty straightforward, and I think that you could at least get an answer from people that way. She also talked about this one, which I thought it was interesting for timing wise. This is the one I was talking about that's a little bold. My dad would just laugh at me if I sent him this, so that's why I'm saying that. However, some of you may have people that would be like, there's no harm in asking. So, like, this is for families, uncles, aunts, again, someone you might know. I'm so excited I got to start and continue. Oh, hey, mom, or like whatever. This is writing to your mom. I'm so excited I got to start and continue this health and fitness coaching. It's a passion of mine to help others, and I'm going in for a major goal this week. I believe in it. I need you to believe in me. And she was talking about how, like when you tell people you have a big goal, they want to help you. People that trust and like you and value your relationship want to help you. So letting them know that you have a goal and you're going for it. I need you to believe in me. I need you to sign up to help me this week and try it out. I'd really love for you to get to try what has been working for me and so many. Can you and dad do that for me? Okay. I don't even think like that. And I was like, whoa, that is bold. But and she was telling her whole entire team. And my goal of this call is to give you ideas. I am not to tell you this is a great and perfect way to do this, or this is a terrible way to do this. My goal as a coach is to help reach you. That's your type of personality. And you figure out what invite for you is going to work the best, because the truth is that this business is, people work this business in very different ways. Okay. So just know that you want to find that one invite that works for you, that is your language and speaks your tone of voice. And then you want to use it all the time with a little bit of twist of who that person is. Does that make sense? Okay. Can you guys hear? I know you guys are like quiet, but you can hear me, right? Okay, you guys didn't like move your heads. Not one person moved their head. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking the whole time and they can't hear me. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Okay, in my power hour, I look very briefly for like 10 minutes and I look through, hold on, let me get this back up. I look through what kind of posts I'm going to make for that week and what days are going to be my call to action posts. So going into this next week, and if you do this every Saturday or whatever, if you do this at least every week, it's going to help you be a little bit more organized and stay a little bit more focused. So my call to action posts are typically Monday and Friday, and I consider a call to action posts ones that, and I know that this isn't necessarily on that sheet, but I think it's important to at least think about this, is to talk about, think in your head, when am I going to do an actual call to action? And a call to action to me is a live video inviting them to a group, describing what your challenge group is and getting really excited about it with a call to action, like click here below, a live action. I like to use, what works for me is getting really excited about something, sharing with them what it's going to be, using an eye-popping image, and then saying post below with detox me, which is what I'm doing on my life page. So I did that on my video. I did a live video. I got a really good response. And then I boosted that post for $23 because I like Michael Jordan's number. And I just wanted to use $23. And I just did it I do it from Thursday to Sunday. And you might think, well, that's crazy. You're boosting a post for a free group. But I'm telling you, I get all my challengers and my really good challengers from free groups because I give them so much value. And it's just fun for me. What's cool about this is I'm not expecting anything from them. So it really is me coaching them. Like, I'm going into this free group with fun, with free prizes. Do you boost it to your followers or new people? I boost it to people that like my page and their friends. I have found, or I have set ones that I have saved. So I have about 4 or 5 audiences that I have saved. Those are people like me, people that like pages like Huggies and Pampers and, potty training and DIY pages. So I've kind of set my own. And then people that like wine. So I find a lot of moms like myself, and I have a weight. So I kind of break it up depending on my mood. Like, I have a weightlifting one. I have stay-at-home mom one. And I kind of just rotate it. And if one doesn't work in 24 hours, like I'm not seeing that many people comment, I'll cancel that boost and I'll advertise it to a different one. Does that make sense? And I'll just maybe advertise that one for $17 or something. It's really kind of just trying to figure it out. But I always go live the Thursday before my free group. And so that when that Monday starts, I've had a lot of people, or Wednesday or Thursday, this time I went Wednesday. So I have a lot of people to go with. So I want you to start thinking about, when are your call to action posts going to be? Makani, you got to turn this down a second. So like I said, I do mine. I'm going to do one on Monday because now I'm moving from free group to the challenge group. I got to start talking about my challenge group, or it may be for you, a call to action would be joining your team. But you have got to schedule these, and if you don't schedule these, you won't do them unless you're really good. If you're really business minded, then you'll do them. But for me, I've noticed if I don't schedule them. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to come up with, what I do is I come up the days that I do them, look at my calendar, put them down, and then I want you to come up with, obviously crafting your post is going to take a little bit longer. Maybe some of you are really good at that. That's fine. I make sure that I come up with 5 or 6 key terms that I want to make sure I talk about. So what am I talking about this time? What is my call to action? Basically write an outline. And so when I'm ready to do it, I can do it. Okay. So ready, set, go. So I'll write it in the chat what we're doing called, and I'll start writing what time we're ending. So call to action will end at 7:05. Connie, turn it down, please. It's too loud. Turn it down. Please turn it down. No, then go in the other room. One of the things this forces you to do is to have a calendar. Look at your calendar. When are you starting your challenge groups? When is your team doing a sneak peek? I do sneak peeks pretty regularly. I also do live What is Coaching events. My coaches have opportunities to invite to those. So look at your calendar. See what you're looking to invite to next. So we're getting into a themed month. It's Halloween. So when you start thinking of your challenge groups, are you focusing on a theme? This is when I start to plan this. Who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to reach busy moms? And that's who I gear my posts towards. Are you trying to reach people who struggle with portion? Or is it going to be a Halloween themed? Is it, like, let's go into November and December feeling better about ourselves instead of feeling worse? My team is super creative. There's a couple girls making challenge groups called Hocus Pocus, I Need Some Focus. Different names, super funny names. So play on it. Think about what type of theme you want. And then in the next minute, I want you to tell yourself, I'm going to start advertising on Monday or talking about a call to action post on Monday and invite every day until blank. So when are you inviting from when to when? So like for me, I'm going to start my challenge invites starting on the 10th, and I'm going to invite all the way through the 17th. Meaning I'm going to do a call to action post on the 10th. I will probably boost it on my like page. And then most of all my conversations and my invites are geared towards that challenge group for that week. And some days I'll do 10, and some days I'll do 30, and some days I'll do 5, and some days I'll do 2. But most often, all of my conversations are geared towards that challenge group. Then when the 17th comes, I usually have between 3 and 5 people. So I at least have a date in mind. My 17th, I call my soft start. So I then also have another week from the 17th to the 21st to continue to invite to that, where we officially start my challenge group on the 24th. Does that make sense? So I'm really literally inviting for 2 weeks, but I hard invite for a week. I get people into the group. So then I can say to people, we've already started the group, make it kind of unique. Like, I'm so excited about the energy of this group. Like, I even say to them, would you like me to pop you in there for a day or two and see if this is something like a good fit for you? That is something that's a big tip, is to pop them into an old challenge group or a current one for 24 hours for free, and let them know that you're doing that for them. Okay, 7:05, got to move forward. Okay, next we are going to do Hey Girl messages. You literally have 5 minutes for this. I want you to bust through these, and I'm going to give you 7 minutes. I'm going to go from 7, 10, 7, 14. I want you to do 5 Hey Girl messages and 3 friend requests, okay? And I know some people overthink friend requests, but you just have to do it. If you want to build your business, you have to do it, okay? So look at your old likes and comments on some of your posts, click on those names, look at old messages. If you're really lost, go to your message system and type in the letter K or M and just like start looking at old messages you had. Hey girl, we haven't talked in a really long time. I just wanted to see how you're doing. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Or I know in the last time we talked, you got a hurt ankle. I was just checking on you to make sure that you're okay. I can't tell you how many times these are going to be the conversations that continue to build your business, okay? That people are going to be like, oh my gosh, she cares about me. So you have got to do Hey Girl conversations with absolutely no intent on inviting, just checking in with people and being kind with them and just, acting like you care about them, which you do, okay? Showing genuine care. And then at least 3 invites. So what happens is I just kind of in the hour and know in my mind I need to invite to like have 3 more friends. And so I just make sure, like, sometimes it's my invites that I click on something that I will be able to friend request someone, or I'll be in a group and I'll be like, oh, I want to friend request that girl. Most likely it's a lot of times it's going to my old comments on my like page, or comments on my personal page, going to some of their friends of friends and just friending people. And just being like, hey girl, I see we have so-and-so as a mutual friend. We live in the same area. I don't even know if you've ever seen my posts or you know who I am, but I love meeting like-minded people, especially moms. I hope you're having an awesome day. I have no intent on telling them that I run challenge groups or anything else. Ready, go. I literally group Hey Girl messages, new friends, and new reach outs in the same thing. And I do it all in 10 minutes because I can hammer out like 10 new of those. Got one more minute. All right, now from 7:14 to 7:20, we are going to post and like or respond to any type of likes or comments. Maybe you posted something last night on your like page. Go see if you had any comments, respond to them. Maybe you posted something on your like page or personal page and you haven't had time to respond. I make sure that I make every effort possible to tag that person and respond and like it and make sure that they know that I'm answering any questions. I also use this time to comment in my challenge group. And I know Rachel gave you that tip to go through the pictures, and that should take super fast, okay? Ready, go. Okay, the last 10 minutes. And just understand that when you're talking out loud, this process is a little slower. So when you get the process of this down, it's easy to do this in an hour. Follow-ups should be a huge part of your business. It's the number one thing that helps me continue conversations. And I just want to make sure you understand that it's your job as a coach to continuously follow up with people. So I get questions all the time, how many times do you follow up? They're ignoring me. I do not waste my time a lot with continuously following up the same person. However, I will try 3 times. So my first follow-up might be like, hey girl, I know life is busy, but I just wanted to make sure that you saw my last post. I'm getting ready to start my challenge group and I don't want to leave you hanging. I didn't want you to think that I forgot about you. Let me know what you're thinking and we'll talk soon. That's a simple invite, my simple invite process, okay? I wait about 24 to 48 hours, depending on if I see they see it or not. Then I'll follow up with them again and be like, all right, mama, I know life is busy. You know, I do the same thing. I'm at the grocery store. I click on a message and I forget to respond. I'm hoping that's what happened. So I'm just following up with you because I know you talked about blank, which is their why. You wanted to fit into your skinny jeans, or you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, or you can't climb up those stairs. I really hammer in the reason that they want to do this, okay? You really can't do a follow-up correctly if you have not connected with the reason that they want to do it with you, because I feel like they don't care about what you say unless you've actually cared about them. So make sure that you're asking them lots of questions. Usually they will respond to that, but my very last and final follow-up is, hey girl, I've sent you a couple messages in the last week. You haven't responded. I get it. Life is busy. I don't know if, this is just not the right timing for you, or if something I said offended you. Either way, I'm here to work with you. I'm here to help you reach your dream, reach your goal of X, Y, and Z, whatever it was. I can't wait to work with you when you're ready. Let me know when that might be. And then I might say, depending on the conversation, I have a group upcoming. Is there a better month that might work for you? That gives them 2 outs. A month that they can tell you when they would work better with you. And then they go, oh, no, you didn't offend me. I'm so sorry. I checked your message and I love following you. And I'm so sorry. I just didn't get the time to respond, but next month would be better, or something like that, which now you have a follow-up list for next month. Okay. If you are finished with everything, like your follow-ups, your posts and likes, or your likes and comments, your hey girl messages, getting your new friends, I make sure I do not, listen to me, I do not end a power hour without inviting. Okay? So if I'm struggling in that area, or I'm trying to I go back. I usually eat the frog. I get them done in the beginning, but sometimes I'll end it with it as well. Go back and add a few more invites. So now in this hour, you've done your invites, okay, either to a coaching opportunity, And just so that you know, you have to invite to the coaching opportunity. So maybe pick Monday, Wednesday, Friday to invite to a challenge group, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays invite to the coach opportunity, or set a day, because that helps me as well. Especially, you're going to do your call to action posts, but you have to make sure you're doing your invites behind the scenes in the messages. Once you get all that done, then you can go to the bottom of what the page says, which is, go to your online office, go to your team page, check in with your coaches. I thought we were going to have time today, but we didn't, and I think it's just because I talked a little more. But you got to make sure that you're checking in with coaches, and I wanted to just encourage you to send a message to your coaches, not about the business. And you're going to be like, what? I'm like, yeah, they're people. They're people. They signed up with you because they liked you and you built this relationship. So let them know if they have something going on in their life. Like, I just messaged a coach last week and I was like, hey girl, I haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm worried about you. Like, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm not. My uncle just got diagnosed with cancer, and I would never have known that. She didn't talk about it if I didn't ask. You get my point? Like, you just have got to reach out. So if you have 2 coaches, reach out to them. Reach out to a coach. Make it 3 or 5 or whatever, and just check in with them. Just, hey girl, I wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you. I wanted to let you know that you matter and you're doing amazing. I wanted to let you know that, my coaches appreciate it when I'm like, hey girl, I know this business can be hard sometimes, so I'm just checking in with you. Like, that's all I say. Literally, that's all I say. And they're like, bye, Polly. And I was like, they're like, I love and appreciate that you asked me that. So just care. So this business is not rocket science. Just remember that. Little tips as you're finishing up here. It's about being consistent time and time again. I know that Rachel posted that popcorn video, but it really blew my mind. I shared that with her like last week. I don't know if you saw it, but if you think of this business as a popcorn effect, where you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave, a lot of us go for 30 days, or let's say in this business, that's 30 seconds of the popcorn. You're not going to see any pops hardly ever in 30 seconds, maybe like 1 or 2. But if you let it go for 60 seconds, you're going to start to see more pops. If you let it go for 2 months, you're going to start to see more yeses. If you actually show up for 3 months consistently, when I say consistently, you're doing your invites every single day. You're doing your posts every single day. Because I think that some of us are really good at posting about our workouts. That was me. And I'm really good about posting, doing my personal development. Maybe you're not. Maybe that's what you struggle with. But maybe you struggle with the invites and you're just not personally connecting with people. That is a part of this business. If you are not inviting, you will not be successful in this business. I'm just going to go out there and tell you that. And there are times where that's hard. Sometimes you don't feel like it. You don't want to. You don't want to do it. Okay? So on those times, I bust out some personal development, and then I get pumped up, and then I invite. And make the business work for you. So if you can't invite every single day because you work full time and you can't sit here for hours and hours and hours, do chunks. There's definitely days I work more than others. Wednesdays I have solid business hours. Tuesdays, Thursdays I work kind of in my day. But I know on Wednesdays I'm going to hammer out invites. Like, I'm going to do sometimes 50 invites in one day because I have the most hours that day. Does that make sense? Okay, but it is about being consistent and showing up and knowing that for most people, the consistency of inviting is important. So I try to at least do 1 or 2 invites a day. It's consistent. It's about showing up every day and making sure that you're doing it. And even though you don't think anyone's listening or nothing's happening, after 30 days, not quitting, continuing with that next 60 days, and you're planting the seeds and you're talking and having, and just imagine if you started 50 new conversations or 100 new conversations a month, how many people are going to have the opportunity that you can help, and how many people are actually going to get the opportunity to say yes, versus trying to start a challenge group and make Success Club when you've only talked to 7 people total in the last 7 months. I did not go into how to, find new friends, because I know Rachel did that with you. But you can Google that a lot on YouTube. but friends of friends are a good place to start. Also finding groups that are like-minded people. Like for me, I'm part of a DIY group. I'm part of a gardening group. I'm part of a clean eating group where I'm not like posting, links obviously, but I'm offering value. People will comment and then I friend them because they recognize my name and I'm not a freak if they know who I am. I'm at the point, and this is where you all should aim for, where I'm consistently posting and I have a tribe of followers on my like page. And you guys, for 2 years I posted and I didn't get hardly any traction. So just know that, okay? But I'm at the point where I'll friend someone and they'll friend me back within a couple hours and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you friended me. And they act like I'm like, you're Kiana Hanna Fitness. And I'm like, no, I'm just a total, but they usually friend me now because they know who I am. Does that make sense? Because I'm showing up in their news feeds. They know who my like page is. And the very first thing they say is, I love your video yesterday with all the laundry on the couch. I'm like, thank you, because that's for you. Anyhow. So you want to get to that point where if someone compliments you and says, oh my gosh, I feel like I already know you, you're doing a good job. Okay. Or I feel like I relate to that post, or I feel like, oh my gosh, you get me, you speak my language. That's exactly the kind of people that you want to friend. Okay. So I hope this helped. I know that you are so amazing to be on this call at least in Pacific Standard Time at 6:30 in the morning or 9:30, and you guys, it's Saturday morning and you could be doing anything else. But just remember that it's all about, success leaves clues, and that's just showing up. And it's really just being consistent and sometimes putting your head down and getting to work and doing the behaviors that you know you need to do, that they're the easiest not to do. Does that make sense? So, just remember this business is very parallel to your working out. If you don't work out and if you don't follow a plan, if you don't follow a nutrition plan, if you don't work out, if you aren't showing up, you're not going to get the results. And it's easy for you to understand that. And 99% of my coaches get that. And you get that. You're smart people, that if you don't work out, 4 days this week, you're not going to get as good as results if you worked out 6. It's the same thing with this business. So you can't just go super strong and then back off for weeks at a time, and then go super strong and then back off. Like there's going to be times where you don't feel like working out and you don't feel like pushing play and you don't feel like cooking your dang chicken and broccoli and going to Pinterest and finding new recipes and being inspired. But you have got to lead with your own motivation and stop waiting for other people to motivate you, and just realize that it's exactly like a workout program is this business. Is you just got to continue to show up and be here a year from now, and then your results are going to be so much different than if you just kind of push play for 2 days a week. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's 7:32. So that's all I have. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, let me do one more thing here. Let me see here. I'm gonna unmute you all. So if you're like freaking out, it's okay. All right. So any questions, you guys? Anything? Anything at all? The good thing is you don't have to look pretty to do power hours, right? You can just show up. Y'all didn't know I didn't have bra on, did you? Boom. Nailed it. That's all I got to tell you.
Hannah, I have a quick question.
Okay. You're so welcome. Yes, I can't take credit for the workbook, but I can take credit for sharing that. I'm pretty real. I would like to say, oh yeah, I did that. But yeah, right. That would have taken me like hundreds of hours. Some of you have that talent. I don't. Just remember, we're all good at some things. We all have our own gifts, and just focus on your gift and be proud of that, okay? Some of you are amazing at inviting people. Some of you are amazing at having these raw, vulnerable posts. Some of you are amazing at talking about Shakeology and without making it seem so salesy. Teach that to your team. Own up to that. Like, be proud of that. And then you can always work on the things that you need to work on and get better at the other things. But just remember, I am not great, or amazing at all of these things, but I've been doing it for so long that I've gotten a lot better. Okay. I know exactly what I need to say to someone when they like my page. I know exactly what I need to say to someone when I just friend them. I don't rarely get my tongue tied. You know what I mean? Just because it's just a habit. It's just like, oh, my daughter fell off the bike. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to hug her, and then I'm going to put her back on the bike. Like, I'm just going to continue to go. Okay, we are getting off the phone or the Zoom.
I have a question, Kiana.
If you have any questions, let me know. And then if you have not downloaded that Power Hour template.
Kiana.
Yeah.
Oh, Cassie has a question.
Oh, who, Cassie?
I'm louder, that's why.
Oh my gosh, I like your accent. Where are you from?
Thank you. Spain.
Spain?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, Cassie, what was your question?
Yeah, I put it in the chat, but also, would you tell like a couple people who they were talking about the discount, they just have not bitten the bullet, they've already bought challenge packs, the whole 9 yards. Would you just say, hey, I am going for a goal and it would help me really well if you would just do this now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I last year not last year, the year before that, when I was pushing for Elite the first year, like I was like tired of just like feeling like I had an agenda, you know, like just like, oh, if I get this person to be a discount coach, and I just point blank started telling him, hey, I'm pushing for a really big goal for my team. We're going for Elite. You could be an intricate part of that. Like, would you mind signing up to be a discount coach? It's going to help you. It's going to help me. And you're going to be a part of this amazing thing. And I would so appreciate that. Would you mind doing that? You would not believe. I signed 17 coaches in 30 days. To make my second business center go to Diamond and to get my husband back to Diamond. Like, I kid you not. I sign like 4 coaches a month, honestly, like these days. Some days, good month for me is 5 business builders. You know what I mean? So just like, I'm not kidding you. I signed 17 coaches, and it literally was just because you don't get what you don't ask for. And if people get you and they know you're genuine, then they're going to want to help you. And so I would just, I just would say, hey girl, I have a big goal I'm going for. And it's really going to help my team. And I love that you're part, you know, I love that you're working with me, and I love that, like, I really respect you. And I just want to ask you as a friend, if you would sign up to be a discount coach or whatever, or ask you as a customer to sign up. It's going to help you in the long run. You're going to save $15. You know? I would point blank just ask them, yes. I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't do that with everyone.
No.
I wouldn't do it with just a brand new challenger that's being like, hey girl, you love me? Let's sign up, baby. You know, like whatever. But if I have any relationship with them, I ask them.
Cool.
And it was pretty cool to see that, like, when I set my mind to do it, because, like, there's no way I could do this. Like, there's no way I could do it. I, like, woke up on the 3rd day of the month, and I was like, yes, hell yeah, I can do this. Let's do it. And I was like, whoa. And I did it. Your mindset is everything.
Awesome.
Okay. Any other questions before we go?
Yes, I have a question, Kim.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
This is not for just coaching, but I have a customer that just started using the shakes, and she canceled it, but she wants to sign up as a coach now. So what do? I just sign her up as a coach, and just transfer over her Shakeology to the coach account?
You said she canceled her Shakeology though?
Yeah, her as a customer, but now she wants to sign up as a coach.
Did she cancel a while back? Did she cancel a while back or what?
Yeah, like about 2 weeks ago, but I just had her go on to the coaching opportunity on my team call, and she liked it. So she wants to sign up as a discount coach. So would I get another point for that? She did.
Only if they use a different email.
Okay, so she has to sign up with a different.
Like, it's not. I mean, you know, honestly, guys, I'm not teaching bad practice in the sense of, you know, there are ways. Like, when I first started, we would get multiple points for people. So, like, if they bought 3 challenge packs, then we would get all 6 points. That's just how it is. I would just simply say, hey, do you have an email? Shoot me your email. It's not associated with the Beachbody account. And then I can go ahead and get you started with the discount. If she goes, well, I don't have another email, I'm not going to fight her and be like, yes, you have to send me another email, you know? But I just ask her, do you have another email that's not associated to Team Beachbody? It actually is the process is a little easier because it actually separates their customer and their coach process. And then they just have a coaching account, which Beachbody needs to kind of get with the program and kind of, if a customer like is already on Shakeology and then they order a challenge pack, they should just realize that they don't need 2 HD orders, right? But they don't. And so 2 HD orders would be shipped to their house. Anyhow, I just simply ask, yes, there are some times that your points will get slipped through the cracks, meaning that you will get awarded a second point or multiple points for the same person, but not really. And so I just ask them if they have another email not associated with Beachbody. I don't think that that's cheating the system at all. I wouldn't do it every single day, all day long. But if you know someone that's going to be a discount coach and you know you need 2 points, then why not? You know.
So do they have to do that reimbursement form? Because that happened once before too.
Is she buying a challenge pack or just becoming a discount coach?
Just becoming a discount coach.
Oh, if she's just becoming a discount coach, she has to use her old account.
Oh, so
because they won't know that she bought a challenge pack if you use a different
right, because I don't want her to have to pay the $39.95.
The $40?
Right.
Yeah, then just give her the link to sign up, your link to sign up with that associated with her email. And then that's all you do. And she signs up and then then send her the link to the reimbursement.
Okay.
Do you know, I mean, that's pretty easy. You can get that on FAQ.
Right. No, I've done it once before, but it just gets confusing because every situation is always different.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She just needs to fill it out and then she'll get reimbursed for it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
And this is very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, so the main thing is that you're not, you know, like, it is 100% like I also like will ask, like, it's okay to like move coaches from one, if you have multiple business centers, to the other business center and like sign a coach underneath your husband and that kind of stuff. So it just becomes a little bit trickier depending on where you want them. And, you know, so if they can open a new email, that's fine. If not, it's not a big deal. They don't do it all the time. Sometimes they sign up without asking me. That's great. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're more than happy to open another account because they got a new email. But I don't make it any more confusing what it is. I say, number 1, shoot me an email. Number 2, shoot me flavor of Shakeology. Number 3, I'll send you, you know, a checkout type of thing. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to let you go because it's 7:41. All right, you guys, I hope you have a good day. Does that help?
Yes.
Hope it helps.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just make sure you print up that Power Hour template. I think that will really help you guys stay focused the next quarter, I guess the last quarter. Okay. Who's going to be a diamond? Oh, you better yell. Who's going to be a diamond? Me.
Yay.
Okay. Me. Seriously, do you realize that you need to say yes? Because if 1 or 2 person went diamond, do you know how much money they're getting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like the pot is over $2,000. I've never in my life seen a diamond go diamond and get $1,500 or $1,200. That's pretty crazy. Split that pot, baby. Split that pot. Okay. You deserve it. So work hard. We are going till we have a whole nother week and then all the way through that following the 20th for the rank advancement. Okay. So like next week is the 13th. But then we're giving you all the way to the 20th to wake up as a diamond. So you have 2 weeks to over, like, does that make sense? Yes, Kiana. Okay.
Yes, Kiana.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.